y'all doing out there? What's happening? The video gonna be about old Tyler Perry, and he says he's gonna avoid talking race with his 7-year-old son. Says this ain't the time, despite racial tensions being a high. Um, that's his right as a father. However, um, you know, no one could judge him. That's his choice. However, since his films have been geared 98.9% to black folks, and he works in a very racist institute of Hollywood, Plantation. He had to build his own studio, which he did successfully, and I give him his due. You know, you can debate about his movies being corny and saying they all been the same and underwritten, underproduced, and underdirected and all that. And he wanted to kind of be like a black Charlie Chaplin meets Rudy Ray Moore with the Aunt Esther twist and Flip Wilson Geraldine, which he owes homage to, but that's another story, another video, another time. However, um, I don't know how you avoid it. And growing up back in the day, I was aware of things as 5 or 6 because of Black History Month. If you go to elementary school, if you go to pre-K early on, uh, you have experiences where you know you're different. Not as blatant per se, but you get to a certain age where I remember being about 7, 8, 9, especially 8 or 9, when I was reflective of seeing David Duke for the first time and what he represented. So you have those moments and memories, and things are taught so early. Now, obviously, the innocence, there's a particular time, I say before you, or right when you get ready to get to middle school, but it depends on where you live, depends on where you are. You know, I mean, I got fresh called the N word before I was 10. So, you know, and you remember where you were, where you are, and what your take is on it. And I can't emphasize enough that to me personally, after you learn potty train and your ABCs and your 1, 2, 3s and you're walking and you're talking, you learn about the skin on your face because you're going into a world. I'm not saying prepare for, where you have to be like on guard per se. However, you're aware of certain things, you know. I remember when I was a young boy, my grandparents and the late Roger Mosley died this week. He was TC from Magnum PI. Rest in peace in him. And he also was in the Mac. But he also had a role in Roots Part 2, Book 2. And my grandparents wouldn't let me go outside and play ball. And that was the scene with Roger Mosley's character, who fought back against the white plantation holders. Um, they lynched him in the tree, and they had the gathering. So that always stuck with me. I was going to go outside and rip and run and go play. I said, "No, you're not going nowhere. You need to see this." And that was when he got lynched. I never forgot that scene. Point being is this: you're never too young to learn about it. You're never too young to learn about it, because you need to know as much as you need to. Because the schools have whitewashed uh, so much. And he's a successful filmmaker, and he's been able to be successful and do his thing. There is gonna come a day if his son is walking or riding a car or something where they're gonna let it be known, because America with 3Ks cannot hide their racist faces in places, and especially when you're well to do, they're gonna definitely let you know. You sure you belong here? Are you on the right side? I mean, they have a way of always letting you know. So I don't think you're ever too young to know about how racist it is out here, especially when you're black. But that's his choice. But I'm just giving my take on it. But anyway, give me your thoughts or takes. Tyler Perry says he ain't really had that talk with his son about race. He says he's only 7. What do you think? Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts or comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands, keep your mind clear, watch out for one another, and hey, to each and their own. But it's one of them things you better find out one way, because when you find out the other, it can be deadly. I'm out.